Well, I didn't think I'd be back quite so quick. I thought I'd be back tomorrow. My plan this evening was to do some serious resoldering on the power card. This card here. This card that's got all those LEDs. Can you see that? Can you see that? In fact, I might even turn this off just so we can bask in the momentary glory of those dimly lit LEDs. It works. It works. How does it work? It works because I've flipping well wired one of the yellow plugs backwards. After all of that, after all of those hours of focusing on the little yellow thing and working that out and reasoning it out and coming up with the wire and stripping the thing and soldering it on there and then working out a way to squish it into the yellow thing, I squished it in the wrong way round. And I have literally just worked that out. Because I thought, I know, I'll plug them in the other way around. You know, maybe the order that they're plugged in was wrong and I've got that wired wrong. So I just swapped the plugs over and I was putting the plug in going, that's not right. But I've been plugging it in when it hasn't been right either. And I've been testing it with it not working because it's the wrong way round. I can't quite. But at the moment there are no words, I think, really to fully describe that. Other than, wow, it flipping works. I mean, that is the best news. The best news. My crappiness, it's not the greatest news. But then that's not news, is it? Let's face it, that's not actually news. So, oh, well, this is exciting again. I'm back on track. I'm so close to shelving it. So close. I even had poor old Bob in Japan going, I'll try to get Roman to call you. Which would have been lovely or something, but I might still get there. I might still make it without external intervention, which is my goal ultimately. I want to get there by myself, with all of this lovely help, but I want to have gone through the grit of making this bloody thing work. So now I've got to work on one of these. I have to say, it never occurred to me to try and power the board up outside of this. I assumed it had to be in there, but when I was scrolling through the mod wiggler thread, I spotted someone who had made a quick little video of their bit out of the case, off the motherboard, just working. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. I'll do that. Because maybe this was doing something, All these sorts of things are possible. So this was just my last ditch, just little test before I started desoldering the back. Oh, what would have that been about? So this one, and I can't quite believe it. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. So stay with me just a minute or two. Let's see if we can get to the end of the video that sadly I've just posted. It's just, it's spent a couple of hours uploading and now it's out there with me at the end weeping. Or rather, I think I was looking pretty stoic. I think I was putting a brave face on it all. Yeah, I think I was. Putting a really good brave face on it. So I'm going to cut one of these. Just so I can do it. Make sure I get it right. So if it's this, which way round? This way round. So the brown has to now go on the left, as it always had. It was always supposed to go on the left. It was never supposed to go on the right. It's always the blue on the right. I said that repeatedly. And I did it with the other one. Oh, I'm out of my mind. See, now I'm going to stab myself. I mean, what this does mean is that tomorrow I can do the ST-Link thing. So I'm not going to have time now. I've got to pick up my daughter from Sea Scouts shortly. But I will be able to plug this in and let's do a smoke test. And then tomorrow I will get into the whole, what happens next? The boot up, the ST-Link, the boot loading, Getting that firmware installed in the voice cards, getting sound out. All right, one step at a time. One step at a flipping time. I can't just... So now this. I mean, I have noticed that there's a red plug here, and I don't know what that's for. Now there's one here. That must go to that. Must do. But I don't know what it's for. Signal audio ground. Oh, it must be flipping output, mustn't it? So what's this one? I don't know. One's probably an input to use the filter. But then wouldn't that need a signal? I don't know. Well, it's got a ribbon, hasn't it? So that's probably really important. I'll come back to that. Let's not get distracted. So, this is now ground and signal the right way round. Oh, I'm such a dipstick. Don't believe it. Let it go. Let's plug this in here. I mean, things are polarity protected, but they're not protected against you soldering it in the wrong way round. Right. Plugged in. Lights. Steady lights. Lovely, lovely lights. Good. So now what I can do is I can plug it in the board and we'll just do that smoke test. What am I talking about? The test to see whether anything is actually shorting out and catching fire and blowing up. That's the important thing. Are we ready? Are we ready for this? This time. Let's see what happens. Okay. I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting. No caps have gone boom. I'm not smelling burning plastic. Okay, so it's positive. We have the lights on. The lights are telling me it's getting the different voltages, so it's working that bit out. Nothing is catching fire. Let's see whether that screen is lit. No. Or is it? I don't think it is. But that's because nothing is programmed into it yet, I think. But I'm going to turn it off. See if it changes at all. There's a shift button to hold. That's kind of all we've got time for tonight. I could put one in though, couldn't I? Could I put one card in? Just to see what happens? Because I mean, I don't know what happens next. What do you do next? I guess you start putting cards in. But there has to be, it has to be the programming. That has to be what happens next. Because until you've done that, it's not going to understand anything, is it? No. So cool. Let's finish this here then. Let's finish this on a high, with me lights on, nothing on fire. Having regained my reputation and my composure. And I can get up tomorrow after I've, I said I gave myself one day. Yeah, one day, Monday. Let's just do it all in this one day. And here I am about to embark on Wednesday. And I don't have time for this. I've got a show to prepare for, which is now which is a week on Saturday. I'm kind of blocking it out, which is not what I need to do. I need to be focusing on it. But let's see if we can get the firmware loaded tomorrow and see if we can get some sound out. That would be amazing. Yeah. Cheers.